So, let's go over the responses. So we have the first question, okay? Identify 2 examples of actions that you consider to be irresponsible research practices. So this is on the, the piece of paper you received, okay? Or someone receives. So how did people think about the first response, stealing funds? How did you score that?
Appropriate.
Score 3.
3? Okay. Is it 3? Is that pretty much a consensus? Okay, that's good. It's also under the scoring rubric. It's more elaborate use of words, misuse of funds, embezzlement, but it's the same. It's stealing pretty much. Okay. The second one, doing a project your classmate is already working on. Is this an irresponsible research practice?
Yes.
2.
2 or 3.
No, wait.
Or 1.
Or 1. Okay, 1 by 1. All right, let's talk about, they started there 2. Who said 2?
No, actually, I was 1, then they convinced me it is 2.
You follow that. No, I don't understand.
Okay. So how many people think this is a 1? Ένας, δύο, τρεις, τέσσερις, πέντε, 6 people, 7 people. Oh, ένας, δύο, all of you except Hafsa, 4, 5, 6, almost half of them
Poor Hafsa.
thinks it's 1. Why do you think it's 1?
Because we don't, I mean, as it is described, a classmate doing a project, and
Yes.
I don't steal, if there's no bad intention out there. Also, I take the same topic, so I don't see it as. However, my group mates,
Yes.
they said no, because he should have informed him, and so this guy, they thought it is 3, so I agreed to put 2. at the
You
end.
thought it's 3.
Yes.
So it's an irresponsible research practice. So, yes.
If it's the same project,
Uh-huh.
That's
it's
different
3.
Okay.
It's still in the
Still in
intellectual
the-
No, they don't, it's not still. They say it's irresponsible in that it doesn't inform the other person. It doesn't coordinate. It goes in the same thing,
Okay.
although somebody was
Okay.
already. So that was their point. And
Okay.
they convinced me,
Okay.
almost.
All right. Okay. Anybody else? What does that table think? You're all thinking 1?
For you, it's 2.
2.
2. Why? Osama, you needed to know the answers
Yeah.
right away.
Perhaps conflicts and dialects.
Sorry?
Perhaps they will be in the future conflicts and dialects between 2 groups. for
Okay.
example.
Okay. So,
Wow.
so you think that those of you who scored it 3, you think there is an intention here? It's because this is, look at the rubric, okay? For number 3 it says, there is an intention. It involves intent. So, if someone is doing a project that a classmate is already working on, do you think it is intentional? Necessarily?
Well, if the person is aware that, like, she knows already that someone is working on a project, and
Yes.
I will choose this to work on the same project, I'm
Okay.
like, I'm stealing this.
No, maybe I will do better. Why I'm stealing? I will do better than him.
Okay.
Who will develop this one?
I think the line of thought actually was for me. Is there any way of doing this without having any compromise in responsible science? Under this question. And there is a way of doing this. And if there's a way, it's inappropriate. And it's 1.
Absolutely, and science is about, I mean, we reproduce other people's
Yeah.
experiments.
There is no
Yeah,
possession of any topic. I
Yeah,
think you can.
absolutely.
And is there any way of doing this
I'm sorry,
responsibly?
I'm sorry, I do not follow your logic.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I apologize, I
So
don't
is a
understand.
project. Okay, so we
So
are-
you have this answer, right?
Yeah.
Somebody, you ask
I just
ask
get
people
the
to
answer.
give you an example of an
Yeah.
irresponsible science, and someone says, if someone is doing a project that a classmate or someone else, a lab mate, is already doing. So I'm working on a project that somebody else is already doing. This is an irresponsible research practice. You read this.
Yeah.
I don't accept.
Okay, so this is
So for you, this is not an acceptable answer.
No, this is not an acceptable answer, because there are, conditions. If those conditions listed in the answer that you
Mhm.
provided us
Mhm. Yes,
are valid,
yeah,
it's inappropriate, of course.
but it is listed.
Is there any way of doing it without compromising anything? If there's a way, I mean, you can do this without cheating or, copying or
Absolutely.
whatever.
And do you get the same results as the other
Yeah.
person?
You are
So-
not, you are
You may
not,
get same results or different results.
Okay.
It's kind of a competitive kind of
Just a
situation.
second.
I agree.
Okay.
Yes. I-
Just one second, he has first.
the point we
Yeah.
raised is that
Uh-huh.
as long as he is not taking his classmate results, and
Yes.
he applying, this is very normal that we apply the same technique.
Okay,
So we're supposed to get good result. Our results they shouldn't be the same.
okay,
So, no,
so
but
you
it's
view
not-
this
yeah.
as a way to reproduce.
To reproduce.
Okay, excellent. You.
I just come back, I just, thanks to Hakan, he made I was on the same idea, so I disagree with my. Thank you for saving me. It's the same thing. I may do, I don't see, because I don't see bad intention, I may do better that work. If someone is working on, it's not necessary that I take is not necessary. Because our colleagues,
And especially, even if I know that they are not doing the same project, I can do it.
Fatima
We are
and
doing
then
Golang,
Hafsa.
cloning the sheet,
And then Rafa.
and the other group is cloning the sheet too, why not?
I have a question for you. For example, if each group they have the same results,
Yeah.
who can publish this results?
No.
Group 1 or group 2?
No, I mean it is very difficult or very rare to happen that you get very identical numbers.
Yeah.
As we are saying. Other thing, the interpretation, the most important thing, how to interpret it. Don't use your classmate interpretation exactly the same. But you interpret the result you get according to the idea you got in your mind, your logic. Use your logic of interpreting these results.
If
But the
we
point-
have
I'm
the
sorry.
same results,
So, but the point is that I get your project, I work on your project. Don't expect that I am not allowed to use your numbers. What I am allowed, what I'm using an
but
idea.
perhaps they will
I read
the
the
same
literature.
conclusion.
Sorry, I read the literature. I found your paper. I felt it very interesting to me. I wanted to apply this research. Why
Okay.
not?
Oh my God.
Why not? Well, you see, I mean, for example, if you
I think
If you-
redundancy is a good thing in science.
Okay,
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
there is there is the idea then that this is an attempt to reproduce results, right? To validate another previous project. Excellent. Therefore, those of you who have scored it 1 say that this is not an example of an irresponsible research practice.
Yes,
Okay.
as it stands out.
As it
like-
stands.
standard.
You wanted to say something?
For certain educational institutes, it's prohibited to work on the same topic at the same time because we are talking about a classmate. We are not talking about a project in another country or in another educational institute. For certain institutions, it's prohibited. The panel will say,
Yeah.
no, your classmate is working on that subject.
Okay.
So you have to find another topic or another.
Okay.
That's
So this is my point of
guidance.
view.
Yes, I mean, it's guidance. I mean, it's not somebody doing something deliberately. So you advise someone to take a different project, and that's the sort of general advice. But I agree with the others there. I want.
Okay, so, yes,
Another question.
Yes.
How to finance 2 projects about the same topic, for example? And
but these are
Okay,
all
these are
very
other
good
things.
questions, but have nothing to do with what we are discussing now.
This different.
Yes,
So she said the aircraft will, it will leave on time, so that they need to leave.
okay, so, excellent.
So we should leave, go faster.
So you have to leave.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Intellectual property is my classmate intellectual property.